Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Trails of Cold Steel 2. Today we're going to this room and we're, I guess, advancing the story. Doesn't seem like there's anything else to do. I've already talked to everyone. There's really nothing for me to do with the, upgrading in quartz. I guess I could spend some time and upgrade the slots, but we'll have plenty of time to do that later. Eventually the clock struck 12. One by one, Class 7 began to make their way to the Phoenix Wings cafeteria. The fact that it's not 12 o'clock yet is amazing. And once they had all gathered, they jumped right into discussing what they were going to do from that point forward. Whoa.
Oh, you an upper rank.
Thank you.
Here's a little something from the guild.
Brave hearts! Invigorate!
Keep it up.
Hey! Star pupil! Nice! Sarah's gonna hate the fact that Sharon's just standing behind her like
that.
that.
Hard about it, and I think we as a class need to find a third way.
That is conquer everyone.
A path of our own, separate from the ones the reformist and noble factions are taking.
A third way, you say? I do agree. It wouldn't feel quite right for us to directly support either side.
I mean, I disagree fully there, actually. Sure, the Reformers has their own issues, but literally one of the first acts of the Noble Alliance was attacking us at the Academy, and to be fair, they're pretty much the ones that started this civil war. And they've also taken Mackie's father prisoner, right? From what we understand? At least he's in... it sounded like he was in prison when we first heard about him, though there's no news about him. So, I don't know. I feel like we should just maybe, I don't know, like help the remaining Imperial people stomp out the Noble Alliance and worry about that afterwards. We should probably try to find where the hell Ulvert is, too.
True. We might be military academy students, but we're still students.
Involving ourselves in a civil war isn't something we should take lightly. We might have a divine knight on our side, but we're still going to need to be very careful how we proceed.
They also attacked this town. So that's also another reason we should stomp out the Noble Alliance, like, instantly.
Whatever we do, Valimar will certainly be at the center.
No doubt. We've all seen how powerful the Divine Knights are.
Yes, I am.
If we use them right, we can intervene in the war as much as we want.
They're quite literally beings of legend. However, his potential influence on the war is all the more reason why he will need to be used cautiously.
How about we get a bunch of, like, drums full of, like bombs, like C4, and then I fly over a Noble Alliance stronghold, and then I just drop these barrels full of C4, and then Fee can set them off.
What are we gonna do then? Even if we agree on not siding with either of the factions, I'm pretty sure each of us have different stuff we want to do. And different things that we have to do too.
Yeah, that's true. For my part, I need to rescue Elise and Princess Alphen from the Noble Alliance's clutches. Whether it's alone or with you guys, it's something I'll do.
There's no way you'll be alone for that. We're with you all the way. I'm concerned about Dad too, what with them having him under arrest.
Yeah.
I still can't get in contact with Fiona either. I'm glad I was able to see Dad, but I'm worried about her.
For me, I'm worried about Ruhr as a whole. It's a huge relief to see you're alright, Sharon, but Mother's still unaccounted for.
You're not staring at Sharon at all.
I'm sorry I can't do more to comfort you, my lady.
And I have no idea where Father's been for the past month. I'm certain he must be well, but all the same.
We're all worried about our families, I see. Hopefully, we can find some information on all of them before the fight.
If you suggest splitting up, I'm gonna be mad, because we just spent the entire game getting everyone back together.
I'm certainly not worried about the safety of mine. Although, suffice it to say, if we choose to intervene in the war, conflict with them is all but inevitable.
That goes for Zeno and Leo too. They've been hired by the Noble Alliance, so I'd say it's likely we'll run into them in the future.
Plus, Emma and I still need to talk to Vita to see what exactly she's trying to do.
to figure out what's so important to her that she was willing to break a taboo to do it.
What's the taboo?
That's true.
What'd she do?
Whatever you decide to do, you'll have my full support. Just as the warriors of Nord did 250 years ago, I'm determined to fight to protect my second homeland and those who live within it.
Oh, same! We can do this! I can back him up, right, Claire?
How could I say no? I have my own duties to take care of as part of the Railway Military Police, but I fully intend to support all of you with everything I have.
I'm thinking it's about time I return to helping the guild, actually. But I'll still be in touch with Sarah, so I'm sure I can lend a hand or two anytime you need it.
Okay, does that mean you're leaving?
Naturally, I'd be overjoyed to continue serving as your dormitory's caretaker.
I'm your instructor, so you're stuck with me to the very end.
Yay!
Whatever you choose to do, you'll have my support. You're going to need to decide on a more specific course of action, though.
World domination!
Resolving to find a third way is a start, but only a start. It also leaves plenty of questions that need to be answered on top of it all.
Well, then how about this? Let's figure out right now whether or not we want to keep using Ymir as our base of operations.
Just so we're clear on this, there's a limit to how many people can use the spirit path at any one time.
Okay, good to
And
know.
with as many people as we have now, I'm not sure how useful it's going to be at this point.
And we're limited on how frequently we can use it.
Oh, right.
But we're also just as limited on where we can go otherwise. We haven't exactly been the most subtle group around. Who's to say we could even operate elsewhere?
Yeah, we would have to find... there's a bunch of ruins. We could probably clear out a bunch of ruins and use those as a base.
The Noble Alliance will no doubt be even more wary of us than before.
In the end, no matter what we decide, we lose.
Indeed. Yet we're short on time, so a decision must be made now.
There's gotta be something that only we can do.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I know it exists. And I'm sure that we'll find it. The best thing we can do now is keep talking things out until we find a way. There's no point in rushing into a decision.
Well, doesn't this look fun?
Is that Vita?
Mind if I join in?
What in the world?
It's Vita.
It couldn't be.
Vita?
Quick, kill the bird!
It's lovely to see you again, Emma. You were finally able to reunite with all of your classmates. I'm happy for you. Really, I am. The goddess was on your side after all,
Cut the crap, Vita. Have you been listening in all this time?
Where are you?
I'm not far at all. Listen closely now.
Is this gonna be bad news?
That sounds just like...
That's bad news.
Is that...
It's coming from above us!
Is Ymir gonna get attacked again?
Isn't that the Noble Alliance Force's flagship?
What's the Pantagruel doing here?
Damn it! I didn't think she'd tell the rest of their army where we were.
But why now?
I mean, why wouldn't she?
Why? Because our preparations are finally complete.
Vita!
Vita! You're here!
Yes, I am here, in the flesh. Good day to you all, Class 7.
Are we gonna fight? I like your staff.
As nice as it would be to finally give you a hug, Emma, I wouldn't want to keep our guest of honor waiting any longer. So, without further ado...
Oh, is it Crow?
Can't be. Isn't that...
The Azure Knight. Crow.
Ordine, the Azure Knight.
Long time no see, guys. Sorry for dropping in on you like this, but I'm sure you know the drill by now.
You gonna shoot my father full of holes?
You ready to have some fun?
Is that really you, Crow?
There's no doubt about it.
See, you damn terrorist.
Come on!
Right! Heed my call! Valimar!
Acknowledged.
He's like, sorry, I can't come right now. I'm in the middle of something. That's gonna just ruin the roads in this town. We find Crow? What are we gonna do about that whole him transforming thing?
I'm not gonna lose this time, because at the end of the day, he's just an obstacle that needs to be overcome.
This is true.
So lend me your power, Valimar!
Very well. Use my power as you see fit.
I mean, I was gonna do that anyways, but thanks.
You've really taken to piloting since your last encounter, haven't you?
You know how many people I've messed up since the last time we saw each
I
other?
was hoping you would, and you didn't let me down. You boys have so much potential.
Thanks, my mom says I'm special.
But potential is only that. Potential. And you, Rean, might want to reevaluate just how many obstacles need overcoming.
I count like 6. Okay. I wasn't actually counting those guys right now. Oh, is it actually 6? That's hilarious. Oh no, it's 7. So what a coincidence.
Allies? Long time no see, kiddos. You doing all right, Fee?
I see the purple lightning has joined your ranks.
Zeno. Leo.
Zephyr.
And a few members of Ouroboros, too. Guess all the big guys wanted a piece of us today.
And look, Sammy's here too.
Kindly stop referring to Clown Soleus with that bizarre nickname.
No. God, watch your goddamn mouth.
Ah, it's such a pleasure to visit this wintry wonderland once again.
It is nice here, isn't it?
Oh, it's a pleasure, all right. The time for my long-awaited revenge has finally come. Now you shall pay!
It's been like a day.
It's only been 2 days since you first fought them.
Yeah. Thank you, McDonald's.
This could pose a problem. Why send so many powerful allies here? And all at once?
You've proven to be rather formidable adversaries after all.
Hi, Rufus.
Rufus.
I'm pleased to see you all again, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. As for you, dear brother, I was told that you'd run away from home. It does my heart good to see you safe and sound. So, you've finally gathered up the will to make the difficult choices life set at your feet, I presume. Even if those choices place you in my line of fire?
Yes, I have.
I can't believe he's shown up too.
The Noble Alliance is pulling out all the stops to finally get rid of us, aren't they?
It is kind of overboard, and you're right.
Rean, we'll take care of everything here.
Will you?
You and Valimar have your own battle to fight.
Are you sure?
We're in for a real brawl out here, but a guy couldn't ask for better opponents.
We could ask for weaker ones.
Leave the battle on the ground to us.
We've no intention of backing down without a fight.
Wait, Sharon! I know they're all strong, but still.
Well, what do you say we get started?
Are we having air combat?
Here he comes!
Step on Rufus while we're at it. No? Okay. Of course we had to land.
I'm impressed. You managed to hold your own better than I expected you to.
What are you talking about? I literally swung at you once, and you swung at me once. What the hell do you expect? Like I beat you in the first game until you transformed.
It's only been a month or so, but you've really grown as an awakener, Rean.
Well, it's hard to go through the kinds of things I have without growing from the experience. And now that I've done all that, I'm going to be the one who takes you down.
No, you're not. I said you could hold your own, not that you could win. Remember, there's still a 3-year gap's worth of experience between us. And it's time you realize just how much of an impact that gap has.
That's enough, Crow!
Wait, it's just you two against those guys? Like McDonald's handed our act. Okay, that's fine.
Well, they're putting up a good fight so far, but... Yeah, it's not looking good. They're outnumbered, for one thing.
Then it's time we lent them our aid.
Agreed. Weapons at the ready, guys.
Always in a rush, aren't you? Stay right where you are. I'll serve as your opponent today.
Okay.
You will?
Trying to stop us from joining in?
I'd rather our intrusion cause as little inconvenience as possible for the people of this village.
Oh, so you're not gonna shoot my dad up full of holes again? I know that was like your dad's thing, but still. Hey, I like your sword.
I'll let you make the first move.
Thanks.
It's been quite some time since I last instructed you in fencing, Eustace. I look forward to seeing how you've improved.
Wow.
His guard's perfect.
Is it?
Stay alert. Rufus is a master of court fencing.
Okay, shoot him.
We'll need to put all we have into this battle to even stand a chance against him.
I would have it no other way.
I would have it a few other ways. Select who you want will participate in the battle. Okay, so Eustace, Lara. Probably gonna want healing. Sure. And then we can bring you. Lisa might be good for getting the CP up, but maybe Emma for casting if we need it. And then confirm. Oh, you lie! You said I'd have the first move! Soul Slicer. Ow. Ha! That did so little damage to you, I'm pissed. What are you? You're paralyzed? That's faint, right? No. Seal.
That's for you!
You have my thanks. My turn.
You attack. Good. That man, you
I'll handle
are
this.
like fairly rude.
Now's our chance. Don't let it pass.
Leave it to me. It's my turn.
Yeah, you go ahead and like heal.
Keep it up, everyone.
So our defense is maxed out right now, which is nice. I mean, I'm kind of mad that you get like to go so often, but sure. We have 0 points.
Onward.
I'm mad that Eustace gets the. He's stuck.
Okay.
Eustace is stuck. I guess go with frickin'. Oh, of course. Breath? Yeah.
Yes, sir! There!
I want to get another Noble Command off. Arc Blade. Arc the Lad, more like it.
Right back at you!
Very well.
Noble
Now's our
Command.
chance. Don't let it pass.
Leave this to me.
Okay, so we're all.
I
You have
suppose I
my
should
thanks.
thank you.
Hold up.
My turn.
Milliam, you didn't get the extra attack. What the hell happened? We have a crit coming up. Fuck. Oh, good thing we healed there. Can you heal her?
That's for you!
You have my thanks.
It's my turn.
I guess attack? Okay, we want to make sure that... Not good enough. So we want Lard to get the next attack.
My turn.
Do you have impede? You do not have impede. Okay, so you attack, then you do... She missed? Again?
Behold the might of the Arcade School! Radiant Wolf!
That's some good damage. Let's...
Thank you.
I don't know why Milliam didn't get
Very
that
well.
buff before.
Now's our
That's kind of
chance.
weird, but there you go. I'm gonna skip that for now. It's still pretty good. We've seen this one in the first game, didn't we? This is gonna hurt. I feel like it's probably gonna hurt. Guys, it hurt.
I'm sorry.
Oh, light.
Guys, that hurt like hell. Oh, shit!
Here I go!
Oh, that's fine, actually. Swap. Yeah.
Here up!
Will do.
So, like, you attack, and then you do this.
Here I go!
Probably should. We're gonna lose, right? It's just gonna lose. That's fine. I'm just gonna try to do as much damage as possible and see if I'll get any, like, AP for it.
What's that?
Show your strength.
Eternal Ruination. This is your S-Craft? It's rude. What did he say? Oh, wind and then lightning? Okay. That's rough.
Paying attention.
Fee, why couldn't you tank that? AP increased by 3. Go me.
Well, I won't deny that was an entertaining diversion. But you'd do well to intensify your training regimen if you hope to best me.
How is he so strong?
I mean, we got him down at half
He
health.
didn't stand a chance.
Actually, we got him a little bit below half health.
He might even be stronger than Sarah.
Are you guys okay?
Hey, you really think you've got time to be worrying about them?
Yeah.
You ain't getting out of this one, Rean.
All right, bring it on! It's time to settle this, Crow!
Okay.
Bring it on!
Oh, I don't have a friend?
This'll be a tough one. Be careful.
Can I have a friend, please? Oh, that's bullshit, game!
There! Gotcha! Think you can handle this?
No, I think it's because it's rigged. Is it another one? Nah, just go for the head, I guess.
Eat this!
Oh, I'm gonna assume that I can't win this. And you guys are a bunch of cheaters.
This is bad.
Ah! How do you like that? 500 damage.
Darkness. Clean. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Alright, we need to take Crow's Game Genie away from him.
Settled enough for you?
No, you're cheating, dog.
Didn't even bother to use that trump card of yours.
He wasn't even trying last time, then was he?
Come on. With the way you are now, I don't even need to try. I'll always win. And that, Rean, perfectly illustrates just how massive the gulf between us is. Maybe you think you've had it tough up till now, but you're gonna need to go through a hell of a lot more if you want to even the odds.
see the battle here has come to an end.
Ah, hey Via.
I can't help but feel a little bummed that everything went exactly as I thought it would. Still, it just goes to show how much faith I have in your skills, my sweet Azure Chevalier.
Funny, I don't recall ever becoming yours.
You kind of did when you signed up for this
How's
group.
everything up top?
I think it's only a matter of time before the battle is decided. But we've caused enough trouble for the people of Ymir already. It's about time we brought this to a close. Finestrum Phantasma. Window.
My apologies for not coming down to speak with you in person, ladies and gentlemen.
You
of
are
Thor's
really
Military
loud!
Academy. You know who I am, of course, but I am Duke Cayenne.
Pepper.
Ruler of the Lemaire province and supreme leader of the Noble Alliance.
Duke Cayenne?
Pepper.
So even the big guy himself is here.
I must say, what a curious group we have here. I'd heard as much, but allow me to extend my most heartfelt congratulations. My expectations have thoroughly been exceeded. When I saw young Eustace and Laura in Legram earlier this year, I could never have imagined this is how we would next meet. Oh, I'm sure your parents must have warned you against wandering off with such disreputable individuals on a number of occasions.
Which one of us is disreputable? Is it Celine?
But I suppose every child thinks that they alone know what is best for themselves. Duke Albarea was simply livid about what happened. But it can't hurt to learn more about the outside world,
Every word that leaves his mouth is condescending.
Did you come all the way here just to tell us that?
Don't be silly, child. Rean Schwarzer. I had this meeting arranged because I wanted to speak with you. Perhaps the method was a touch too garish for something so simple.
You think?
But do forgive me for not formally requesting an audience.
With me?
With you. Allow me to get right to the point. I wish to invite you, Ashen Chevalier, aboard our flagship.
Wait, why?
I've heard all about your magnificent exploits across the land.
You mean kicking your soldiers' asses? Yeah, I've done a good job of that.
And so I thought it would be nice to sit down and have a long, pleasant chat with you. About the past, the present, as well as your future.
Are you suggesting?
You want Rean to join the Noble Alliance?
How much you paying?
Should you accept my invitation, we will withdraw peacefully from Ymir. Furthermore, I give you my personal assurance that we will leave this village alone for the duration of this war. A fine proposition, is it not? Are we interested?
Rean, are you actually gonna accept this?
Very well.
Oh my god.
Allow me to accept your invitation.
Oh, they're not gonna be happy about this.
Don't be an idiot. This is clearly a trap. They wouldn't come all the way out here and take you into their flagship if it weren't.
I mean, she has a point.
I appreciate your concern. But trap or not, this might be a good chance for us, too. I think I'd regret it if I let it pass. Valimar, transport Celine back outside.
Now hold it right there.
Don't worry about me. The odds were against all of us getting back together, but we did it. And I'm sure
a little
we can
different.
do it again, too. So just wait with Emma for now. I'll be back before you know it. Valimar, if you would.
Very well.
But wait!
Bye, Celine. Oh, she's not gonna be happy about that.
It seems the time has come for us to part ways once again. But remember this. You're an Albarea. There is power and dignity in that name. to whatever end you would use it.
Dog, I hate to break it to you, there might be power in it. There is absolutely no goddamn dignity whatsoever in it.
I want you to prove that the convictions you cling to are worthy of your loyalty. Not for my benefit, but for yours.
Wait!
Lord Rufus!
Well met, Lord Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to see you again. Allow me to extend my apologies for the harm my father visited upon this town and its people.
Never mind that. What do you intend to do with my son? And what is a promising young man like yourself?
We're simply going to borrow young Rean for a short while. There's nothing to worry about. I'm a busy man these days, though, so for now, I bid you adieu.
Sorry about all the holes, right? God, Milliam, that looks so uncomfortable sitting like that.
We all finally got back together, too. Why?
I'm sorry, but I'll be back, I promise. So stay safe.
Master Rean! Rean!
Yeah, they're probably all very mad about what just happened, understandably. I actually thought there was gonna be like someone standing there when it zoomed out like that. Act 1 end. Right, all that was just Act 1, huh? Everyone's bond strengthened. Good job! Because you abandoned your friends and decided to go with the Noble Alliance, everyone liked you a little bit more. And we're getting levels with everyone's, apparently. Level 4 with Sharon. We didn't get a level with Claire? Oh, that's sad. Ashen Chronicles. I mean, sure, I'll save, but, like... What episode did I end this on? I'm trying to figure out where I saved last. I think I want to save here. Yeah, that's about right. Continue. Noble Alliance flagship, aerial battleship Pentagruel. It is a big ship. Kind of seems too big. Oh, come on now. Do you actually think that would stop him from getting up?
So this is what Duke Cayenne looks like from up close.
A goddamn idiot.
It's hard to believe that I've ended up in the same room as the leader of the Noble Alliance.
Should have brought a bomb.
Although, I guess we did meet back in Legram before the war broke out.
Rean Schwarzer. Truth be told, we don't want this war to drag on any more than you do.
Really?
We only acted as we did, due in part to our dearly departed Chancellor's behavior being far too unreasonable to justify turning a blind eye.
I mean, in some regards, I could probably see that if you guys weren't total shitbergs.
He garnered the trust of His Majesty, and in turn misused that trust. He flagrantly disregarded this nation's beloved culture and traditions, treating Erebonia as if it were his own personal property. Surely you too noticed this.
Well, I can't say I disagree. We did hear story after story during our field studies about how aggressive his policies were.
Oh, don't get me wrong, he was an asshole too, but to a different extent.
How many enemies he made as a result, creating terrorist groups like the Imperial Liberation Front.
But as I said, the cause of our nation's ills is now gone. Now, all that remains is to turn back the hands of time just a touch, and the good old days of the Empire will be upon us once more. The key to this bright future lies in putting aside our differences and joining hands. Am I wrong?
But here's the thing. You guys just kind of want to, like... You guys weren't doing a too good job ruling before, man. You were kind of an asshole to, like, a bunch of commoners. And that's just, like... The fact that Crow is working with you is still stupid to me. Because, like, the whole reason for his shit is, like, oppression. And you guys are gonna... Like, you're full of oppression. His was a different sort of oppression. I know he's joining them to fulfill his own ends to try and do his own thing. From what we understand. But still... I don't know. I don't really get it.
Yes, you are.
I mean, I get why Crow is doing what he did, right? From what we were told in the first game. I totally understand, even if it kind of, like, irritates me that he turned against us.
Do you honestly believe that people can so easily put aside their differences after all the Alliance has done? You occupied Heimdallr and effectively took every one of its citizens hostage, imprisoned the Imperial family. And let's not forget how you're now in league with the enemy nation responsible for the destruction of Corellia Fortress. After all that, the Imperial Army would never bow their heads to the likes of you, even if the rest of the population did.
My word, I'm afraid there's been a terrible misunderstanding. The Imperial family is simply under our loving protection.
Yeah.
Certainly haven't.
Is that what they call it?
imprisoned.
Vita, I see you checking me out over there.
But that does bring me to exactly why I want you to help us.
It does?
The Azure Knight is already on our side. But if we had your Ashen Knight as well, that would mean we'd have two of the great knights of Erebonian legend to put into play. Couple them with our Panzer Soldats, and the Imperial Army's armored divisions would cower before us.
I mean, you're not wrong, because your division has been getting stomped.
You may not find us winning the war ideal, but this union benefits everyone more than carrying on until our inevitable victory,
I don't think it's that simple.
I beg to differ. The presence of Soldats units on a battlefield makes a tremendous difference.
Until I show up and kill them all.
What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility.
How do they lack firepower compared to tanks, dog?
But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
Well...
They're only human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form. And if that holds true even for mass-produced soldats made with modern technology, it will be all the more true for the divine knights of legend you and Crow possess.
Can't argue with that logic.
I will say it once more. Gileath Osborne is dead.
But Goliath Osborne, well, is still dead.
And with his death, all that's left to be done is end this ridiculous war and return order to the Empire. Only then will everything be as it should. That includes both your pleasant academy life and the peaceful days of darling Elise and her friend the princess.
You probably don't want to push the Elise button, because I'm pretty sure with no one he cares about around, he will go Super Saiyan and slaughter everyone.
Are you trying to?
Whatever you ultimately decide, their safety is guaranteed. I would ask that you promise him this, if nothing else, Your Grace.
But of course, I'm not a monster.
Rufus.
We may stand on opposite sides of this conflict, but I still sit on Thor's board of directors.
No, you don't. Thor's doesn't exist right now, dumbass.
And in that capacity, I suggest you consider carefully the choice before you. After all, every soldier must decide for himself whether a cause is worth fighting, perhaps even dying for. I look forward to hearing your answer.
Please come with us, Master Rean. We'll escort you to your rest room. Food and refreshments will be provided for you there. Intermission. What? What? Aboard the Pentagruel. Intermission? Wait, what? Intermission. Not Act 2? We got Act intermission? Alright. Pentagruel guest area. That is a very nice guest area. Kind of looks like that hotel we met Vita at. I'm not gonna lie, just the look of this place actually irritates me. I'm like, it just screams noble asshole. It's nice, sure, but if it belonged to anyone else, I probably would like it.
All that's left to be done is end this ridiculous war and return order to the Empire. Only then will everything be as it should. That includes both your pleasant academy life and the peaceful days of darling Elise and her friend the princess.
I suggest you consider carefully the choice before you. After all, every soldier must decide for himself whether a cause is worth fighting, perhaps even dying for. I look forward to hearing your answer.
It's hard to argue that this war began because the noble faction went too far.
Yeah.
But the longer it goes on, the more people are going to suffer. Am I really okay with that?
I mean, if the outcome of ending the war sooner is the noble faction being in the lead, yes. Like, even if it goes on longer, them leading is just gonna be for the worse.
If I join them, I could reduce the number of victims. Be friends with Crow again?
No, we can't!
Free Elise and Princess Alphen? No, this isn't that simple. Think, Rean, think! I was able to reunite with the others, but Elise and Princess Alphen are still in the Alliance's custody. What's the best thing I can do? This isn't just about me. What do all of us want to do?
Keep racking your brain like that and smoke will start coming out of your ears.
Is that a lunchbox? Come in.
What do you want?
Hey now, no need to give me that look. I figured I was gonna find you busy thinking everything over like your life depended on it.
I mean, it does.
So what do you know? I was right.
How about you mind your own damn business? And don't you have better things to do with your time? I figured the glorious Azure Chevalier would be far too busy with the war to be hanging out around here.
It's tough being popular. If you joined us, I could get away with doing half the work I am now.
Oh, so now I'm definitely not joining.
So come on, stop freaking out about it so much and make a choice.
This isn't something I can just decide by flipping a coin, Crow. And besides, it'd probably be an easier choice if not for a certain someone. What's that in your hand, anyway?
Grub, of course. Kinda early, but I brought you your lunch. Mind
Thanks.
if I join you?
I mean, it looks good. I mean, my drink literally looks like
Hamburgers,
shit.
Fries and onion rings, huh?
I mean, they're square, and Wendy's has square burgers, but I don't think Wendy's exists in Erebonia, but alright.
I was expecting something more fancy like I had last night.
Oh, that kind of food more your thing? Okay then, give me a minute while I go ask the chef to whip something up.
No, this is fine. The burger looks delicious.
Actually, just kind of looks like... It actually looks like trash.
Cool. Alright, dig in.
This tastes kinda different from a normal burger.
Is it poisoned?
Oh, no wonder. It's got whitefish in it.
Oh, so... It's a fish fillet?
Yeah, they're called fish burgers. Pretty good, right?
Yeah, the tartar sauce makes for an unusual extra flavoring too. Oh. This tastes amazing.
Gonna flashes of that fish singing on the wall.
I like this way more than the food I had last night, to be honest.
Do not let Sharon hear that.
Well, glad to hear it. Guess it was worth putting my cooking skills to the test after all.
Wait, you made this?
That's unbelievable.
It was my first time cooking in a while, too. Sharon could probably do better, though.
Oh, absolutely.
But I wanted to give it a shot anyway. This stuff was like soul food back in Dry, where I grew up.
Oh.
To think, all the time we spent searching for the leader of the Imperial Liberation Front, and he was right under our noses. Crow Armbrust from the Jirai SEZ.
Oh, yeah. Vita was using some weird thing of hers to let you see what was going on, wasn't she? So I guess you saw what happened there.
Yeah. Jirai was that special economic zone in the northwest you guys went to during our August field study, too.
We didn't run into anything like that in the Jirai Special Economic Zone. Though I guess that makes sense seeing how it's under direct control of the Imperial government and not noble. I seem to recall that it was annexed 8 years ago. Is that right? Yeah, the Empire stitched it on nice and neat without much opposition. Now it's prospering as a special economic zone on the coast. Seemed like a pretty lively place.
So you ended up going back to your old hometown then?
Yeah, by pure coincidence. It's changed a lot since I was last there, so it was kind of surreal being back again. But it was nostalgic in its own way, too.
Dots?
It's been bugging me for a long time now. What could have made you want to join a group of terrorists like the Imperial Liberation Front? What was it that made you hate Chancellor Osborne that much? Enough to take his life? Oh, tell me, Crow. Please. I want to know what it was that made you who you are now. What kind of place Jirai was, how you lived there, and what you were doing before you entered the academy and met Toa, Angelica, and George.
Oh, I think we can call it Angelica Angela. Whatever.
Where's the fun in prying into a guy's past? Save all that talk for your number one in class. Who's the lucky girl anyway? Elisa? Laura? Emma? Fee?
Claire? Sharon? Sarah?
And don't tell me it's Million, because, you know, it...
I'm serious, Crow. I really want to know. Think of telling me your past as paying off the interest you owe in that 50 Mira. Because until I know, until we know, we won't be able to move forward.
You're really serious.
Crow?
My past really isn't that big of a deal, you know. It's got nothing on yours, that's for sure. If you find yourself thinking that's all when I'm done, well, I warned you. So, you really want to know?
I guess.
Yeah. Nothing you say will change my mind. Please, tell me.
All right, you win. Like I said, it's just your run-of-the-mill sob story. Pick up any history textbook and you'll probably find a dozen others just like it. It's the kind of story that's so common no one bothers to remember it, like it never even happened. Back in those days, Jirai was known as Jirai City. It was a city-state off the coast of northwest Zemuria that prospered through maritime trade with West Erebonia, Northumbria, and Remiferia. It had a population of around 150,000 people, so it wasn't exactly a big place or anything.
That's a lot of people!
Because of that, the surrounding nations left it alone and let us live out our days in peace. We were pretty fortunate, all things considered. Until about 20 years ago. That was when the Northumbrian disaster struck, and much of the Principality of Northumbria was turned to salt. And as a result, trade on the northwest shore was reduced to virtually nothing. Day after day, Jirai's prosperity started to fade away. Still, it wasn't all bad. We had our fishing, our historic landmarks, our septium mines.
All the salt we can get from Northumbria.
We could make use of those to get trade going again, both to keep our state running and to help out Northumbria. In fact, the one who advocated that approach was the mayor, my grandfather. He was the last mayor Jirai City ever had. He was a stubborn old bastard, but he had this wry sense of humor, and was well loved by everyone. I lost my mom and dad early, so he was also my only living relative. He taught me just about everything a guy could know. He was like a mom, dad, and your old master rolled into one, I guess. Anyway, fast forward to 10 years ago. Out of nowhere, we received this proposal from the Erebonian government. They said they wanted to extend a railway line from Heimdallr all the way to Jirai. We relied on the sea for trade before, but there wasn't any reason to believe we couldn't benefit from being connected to Heimdallr by rail. The proposal drew overwhelming support from the city's council, and as a result, my grandfather was forced to accept.
Okay, so let's guess what happens next. They install the railway, and like the first train that shows up is just full of soldiers.
Within a year, the city had all of its old life back and then some. The streets were more bustling
Guess
than ever.
not.
But keep in mind, this was the result of huge amounts of Imperial capital flowing into the city. Land and buildings we once treasured were bought up left and right. Everything became a target for investment. People only cared about making money.
Relatable.
Something similar supposedly happened in Crossbell too, but unlike there, no opposition existed in Jirai. My grandfather sensed something was off, and he tried what he could to get the situation under control. Then one day, someone blew up the railway line leading to Jirai. Everyone demanded that it be repaired as quickly as possible. Everyone except the Imperial government. Instead, they panned our national security arrangements for being insufficient and threatened to withdraw all Imperial capital. The city was left in an uproar like we'd never seen. Shares plummeted, and with no one able to ascertain the culprit's identity, chaos reigned. That was when he showed up. Chancellor Gileath Osborne, in his third year as representative of the Imperial government, personally came to Jirai. We then received a second proposal.
The restoration of the railway and its future security will be seen to by the Imperial Army. In return for our continued assistance in safekeeping, Jirai will come under the wing of our glorious empire.
So I take it Osborne was probably the guy that had the railway bombed?
And attain even greater prosperity as a special economic zone.
The timing was too good to be true, really. Realizing this, my grandfather staunchly opposed the idea. He tried everything he could to convince the city's council to reject the offer. Unfortunately, once you taste the sweet fruit of prosperity, it's hard to want to go back. The council, made up of influential merchants and all their greed, jumped at the offer. And tempted by the elimination of customs, together with the tax breaks from being an SEZ, many of the citizens did too. And during all that, they'd conveniently found a suspect behind the railway incident.
Oh, is it gonna be your granddad?
My grandfather.
Yeah.
He loved Jirai more than anyone, and up till then, its people loved him too. And yet, virtually overnight, he found himself facing the wrath of both the city's council and the citizens alike. Left with no choice, he resigned from his position as mayor, and Jirai formally became part of the Empire. Both of these things happened on the same exact day.
Dots? Alright, so did he actually do it though?
That was 8 years ago. Naturally, everyone knew my grandfather wasn't the one who did it. They knew who was really responsible. They just turned a blind eye to the truth. See? I warned you. Just your run-of-the-mill sob story.
I kind of expected you to, like, come from a place that was being, like, completely oppressed by, like, the government. But, and yeah, you're right. No, that was actually not that bad.
I don't know what to say, Crow.
I mean, it
What happened
sucks.
to him after that? Your grandfather.
Oh, he's probably dead, the way he was talking about him in the past
One
tense.
day, he just up and died.
Grandparents do that sometimes.
Once he resigned, the whole affair with the railway getting blown up was all but forgotten. He lived comfortably in retirement for about half a year, fell ill, and that was that. He just lost the will to go on, I guess.
Or he was old. Old people die.
Like I said, he was the only family I had. I mean, I had plenty of friends even then, but I chose to leave it all behind. I was 13 at the time. I wandered the land, doing whatever I had to get by. That was when I met old Cayenne, who happily indulged my hatred for the Chancellor. And with his financial backing, I went out with the goal to find others who were just like me. That was the beginning of the Imperial Liberation Front. Gideon, Scarlet, and Vulcan were among those I recruited.
Yeah, Gideon dead, though.
I'd also met Vita then. I only knew her as the woman who would often come to see Cayenne. She guided me to a place below the city of Ortis, and there slept the Azure Knight Ordine. One after another, I overcame the same trials you did with your friends, but alone. And once I'd proven myself worthy, Ordine accepted me as his awakener. That was 3 years ago. I was 16. My preparations complete, I concealed my background, and enrolled in a military academy near the capital. Everything I did for the sole purpose of taking the Chancellor's head. Come on now, what's with the face? You look sadder about all this than I do.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be more interesting.
Yeah, I guess.
I swear. I'm not trying to tell you the Chancellor was evil or anything.
What?
Still, there's no denying that he managed to outwit my grandfather. And he may have lost, but Pop's always loved a good gamble. It's thanks to him that I'm pretty good at chess, card games, that kind of stuff. I'd say it's fairly normal for a student to want to avenge his master's defeat, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
At the end of the day, there's no denying this country has problems.
Oh, that's an
and
understatement.
The Chancellor's methods were making them worse.
Some of them. Fixing some of the other ones.
I studied those problems, worked out how to use the situation to my advantage, and then won the game with an all-or-nothing gamble. But when you think of how peaceful Jirai is now, I'd say I've got a duty to clear up the mess left behind by my game too, which means ending this war and restoring peace. So it's only when that's done that my game is truly over. I don't want whatever your decision is to be influenced by my past, okay? Like Rufus said, you need to think long and hard about what it is you're fighting for. For you, more than anyone else.
Yeah, but Crow...
Anyway, I think I've stuck around here for long enough. You're gonna be treated as a visitor. Well, sort of. It's about time for the higher-ups to head back to Heimdallr, so go ahead and pass the time however you want.
Cool.
However I want. What else can I even do here?
The hell's that? It's fancy. It's kind of tiny in comparison.
There'll be no guards outside your room, so if you want to try and escape, be my guest. Just keep in mind that some members of Ouroboros and Zephyr are on board too. Not to mention me, Scarlet, and Vulcan. So if you're up for a gamble of your own, get ready to take all of us on.
Sounds fun.
Oh, Rean, let's find the ventilation and put like gas and like poison in it.
One more thing. There's this real cute visitor in the guest of honor's room on the second floor. I think she'd perk right up if she saw you, so why not go pay her a visit?
Okay, is that my sister?
Just don't go making your girl jealous, okay?
Which one?
I wonder who he means. He said she's in the guest of honor's room. Well, I can't waste much time here. I told everyone I'd definitely come back soon. Right now, I need to gather as much information as I can. I can make my choice after that. At least then, it'll be an informed one.
Yeah, but we could also just take this entire ship down. Like, just go to the engine room, just do a stabby into the engine. Maybe throw like a firebolt into it. Just take the whole goddamn thing down. Or put poison into the ventilation system and kill everyone. Well, I guess we'll decide what to do next time, though. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, press the link below. If you're not subscribed yet, when you my videos, so I can check out some of the content, see if it's to your liking. Once again, thank you for watching. Hope you all have a great day.